business if you could electronically chart from your eSuite? Well, now you can. You know, I'm really proud of my team that I have back at the home office, corporate office, my IT staff, my developers, my project managers, and they get really jazzed creating some cool stuff for you guys. They've created a killer eSuite app that right from your eSuite that's able to give eSuite charting for you. We've taken those familiar charts that you printed out from your eSuite and we've digitized them and put them electronically right in your eSuite. Nice. Now your Dash Top 100, as Mike alluded to, we rolled out a preview release of eSuite just ago. And we have a lot of feedback from them. But a couple of things that we have out there to not talk about is actually navigation. Navigation is really simple in this. You can imagine in your eSuite that you have these bubbles in the charts that they're going there. Very easy to navigate, clicking on buttons. That's pretty cool. What about help sections? We have a little help section for you to understand how you do this charting. And we got the look and the feel of the graph, of the bubbles. So when they're highlighted a specific color, then they're actually, they've met the rank goal. And if they're not, then it's something you got to work on.
Yeah.
And I said also, we have the ability to go ahead and give the data real time, automatic. Every time you open up the chart, your data is there live. Don't forget when you see it in the future here, when you see it, there's a place to give feedback. We've got a lot of feedback from the Dash participants, and we want to continue to improve it. So having the ability to create charts for yourself is pretty cool. Pick a month, pick a goal rank, give it a title. That's it. Pretty easy. Charts are saved, and we keep the data live, as I said. Every time that the auto shifts run, every time that someone may achieve a new rank, every time that someone updates their auto shift, every time that you log into your chart, it's automatically updated real-time data. Well, how about creating charts for your downline? Novel idea. You guys are always talking with your people that you've sponsored and saying, okay, we'll fill this chart in here. Maybe you're sitting beside them, you're writing it down, you're teaching them how to chart. Well, in the same way that you create a chart for yourself, you can now create a chart for anyone in your downline.
I knew it was coming.
One of the questions that the Dash participants had said out here was, well, can you go ahead and email the chart for the participants that you created for? Well, we thought about that for a moment, and the only potential problem with that is what we talked about earlier. As soon as I email this, it's a static snapshot. So then it becomes a little bit obsolete in terms of data. So we've taken that feedback and we've kind of amped it up in kind of the It Works way. So what we've done now is when you as a distributor create that, or that distributor, then your downline, when they log into their eSuite, they see that chart that you created. Taking it the other way, you got a new distributor who's out there perhaps who's created their chart, and now they've created their chart in their eSuite, and you want a little bit of feedback from your upline sponsor. Well, they can also mark it and say, hey, upline, I created a chart. Look in your eSuite so you can see my chart to make sure I'm right. So it goes both ways now, guys. So I hope the idea of being able to print it and or email it is a great suggestion. So we want to digitize and keep it electronic. So that's fantastic. How about just a little bit about the view? Take a little bit of view on the screen here now. We get the chart. It can be really big. So this is done in your eSuite, and as you chart the diamonds and larger, these bubbles can get pretty big. So what I wanted to make you sure is that if you take a look when you get the chance to log in sometime in the future, there's a little plus sign underneath the little bubble, or there's a negative sign. You can hit that to expand the view or contract it, so you can focus on a particular bubble, whether it's a ruby, you can just focus on that and kind of build it out, blow it up, minimize it so it brings it back up, and you can work on the next bubble. and the next bubble, next bubble. So navigation is very easy, and the real estate kind of collapses and expands. So hopefully that helps out you guys really well. One other thing about charts, we can create a chart for a future month, in the future. So today, as an example, we're in October, right? Yeah, this is October. So we can go ahead and create a chart up to 6 months in advance. And what that means is you can go ahead and take that chart and build it out. So you think of imagining building out the chart for your downline for future months. So the problem is we don't want to do too much predictive analytics, but we'll take the current month's data. So we have October data in, for example, a November chart, and that's fine. The data will show up in the November chart, and then as soon as we flip over to the month of November, the data will always transcribe and pass into it and take the November data and take upon the new data rather than the old data. So we're pretty stoked about being able to create future charts.
This is crazy. That's amazing.
This is awesome.
Like, I need to do a little happy dance over here. I'm feeling a happy dance.
Searching is simple. Search by name, search by ID, search by rank. Now, we have many ways that we can go ahead, and you're accustomed to your tree view, you're accustomed to the ways you want to look at your data. Well, one of the pieces of feedback we got from Dash was the ability to see more information or kind of figure out the tree a little bit.
Yes.
Well, what we've done is we've added a little section on the screen part here. It's not on the screen, but you'll see a more info button. So now the more info button will go ahead and pop up and give you all the information about that particular distributor, not just their ID, not just their rank, and you see on the screen here, not just their group volume, whether they're commission qualified, but now you can see all the stuff you're accustomed to seeing in eSuite, such as their auto ships, when their auto ships are set up, when if they've run or not, where they are in your downline. So there you got more about that particular person as you're pulling out that chart.
That's huge.
Well, lastly, but not leastly, I just want to talk about a couple of things here. As I mentioned, my team is very, very proud of my team. This is just a few of the things that we have lined up in our roadmap. Our roadmap is just phenomenal now. You know, in the past, we've been able to kind of fight fires, put out there what we needed to do. Now we have a roadmap that's out there in the next 18 months. So this is just the very first of the tools that we're going to be bringing to you guys. As Aaron mentioned, thank you. Aaron and company mentioned last time, we have the Australia relaunch, so to speak. We have the New Zealand piece coming on. So my team is working really hard to prepare for that. Now that's the November 1st piece. So their heads down. They're knocking it out. They're busy. They got a lot to do. So what about in the very near future, you're going to be seeing this in your back office very, very soon, so you guys can use it and take advantage of it. How about, I mentioned if it's soon. What if soon was right now? Okay, log into your eSuite now. Go to the rank section. At the bottom of the rank section, eSuite charting is live for you today. Enjoy it. Love you guys. Happy charting.
I'm like, I'm gonna get another video out here.
Okay, please take your belongings with you. We are not responsible for unattended loss.
This is him on the thing.
If you purchase a bus lunch, please pick up your tickets at the registration. We will see you back at 1:45. 1:45, we're live.